Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious last couple of plays.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 18 yards there and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From the red zone now, Prescott going right side. He has Witten. And it's a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it with Jackson. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The slot man in motion right. Now they'll throw with Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Stephon Diggs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Prescott from the gun. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Throwing, Prescott. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
A final shot before half for Breeze. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On the handoff, Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. This is Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On the ground, this is Jackson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On play action, it's Breeze. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Cowboys.